Waiting for Answers, a Mountaintop News Digging Deep investigation.
Hello, Sheldon Compton here with Mountaintop News' investigative series Digging Deep. In this episode, Waiting on Answers, we're going to be looking at the State Crime Lab's turnaround time for evidence in criminal cases.
Frankfort Crime Lab Director Jeremy Triplett says he understands questions from the public and the ongoing patience from the legal landscape.
I just want to start out by saying, we certainly understand. We're committed to ensuring that anytime we test evidence, we do it the right way. We always want to do it in a timely way. And, we know that victims are waiting for answers, and that's a really long time to wait. And it's a really, really hard thing to wait for. And so I get it. I certainly understand.
Triplett adds that the last thing he and his crew want to do is make a mistake that could greatly impact someone's life.
The worst thing we want is to make a mistake, and then everyone, suffers. We know that victims wait a long time for these results. We only compound that if we get it wrong.
Floyd County Commonwealth's Attorney Brent Turner says financial compensation and keeping personnel must be one of the biggest challenges for the lab.
They are not paid appropriately. So what you end up with is it's all about recruiting and retention. If you don't pay them appropriately, you can't get enough people to take the job. And then when they do get them and get them trained, many of them leave because the surrounding states pay $20,000 or more per year than what we offer here.
One case that has brought the issue to light again has been the murder of Amber Spradlin in Floyd County in June of 2023, with a trial date yet to be set. But Turner says the Spradlin case has actually been much quicker than many others he's prosecuted.
The reason this has come up a lot is because of this Amber Spradlin investigation. And even though people have looked at that and been outraged about the time that it's taken to get DNA back, what they don't understand is that case has been rushed, and the lab people, even though they don't have time to do it, have gone over and above what they would normally do to try to get this stuff tested quicker, and to have what we even had tested within a year normally would take about 2 years. So if you think that's slow, that's not even slow. That's fast by the standards that we're used to working with.
Looking for the hottest deals on the latest smartphones? There's only one real choice, and that's at Appalachian Wireless. Save big with our amazing limited-time offers, but don't wait. These deals won't last forever. For more information, visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com, because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
As for all cases from 2024, Pike County has the most pending at a little over 3 months, and according to Crime Lab statistics, an average turnaround time of about 40 days. The longest average turnaround time rests with Knott County at about 100 days.
In cases like a murder case, there could be hundreds of swabs done that are submitted for examination, and I can't imagine, how long it would take to do that. But I understand the frustration. We have the frustration. We have a couple of cases that are just, waiting on DNA to go to trial. That are, we're looking at, they're probably coming up on a year and a half. And it's a wonderful tool, and sometimes we just got to pay the price for waiting on it.
The picture is much different for sexual assault cases within the counties of Floyd, Johnson, Knott, Letcher, Magoffin, Martin, and Pike, with waiting times ranging between roughly a month and a half to as long as nearly a year and a half.
I mean, it's very unusual for us to have like a rape that, DNA is, it can help, obviously, tremendously in the prosecution, but it's very seldom that we have something that depends on. I say that, but we have had a case, Missy Goodman tried, that DNA was final straw, and it brought the conviction. So in those kind of cases, we hate to wait. We're impatient. This is society, but you want to get it right. obviously. So whether you're the defendant or you're the prosecutor, now the defendant may not want if they know they're the guilty one, but if they're not, then they want to get it right too.
Some of the biggest delays come with rape cases, despite the lab's work with rape kits and a better informed medical community.
Since that time, we've actually doubled the output. At the time Senate Bill 63 was passed, we were working about 400 kits in a given year. We're working well over 800 kits in a given year now.
With a team of 30 biologists, which puts the lab running at only 70% of the number needed, Turner said until priority is put on paying these professionals comparable wages and keeping them on the job, he can't see much changing for the future.
Until they make up their mind that they think this is important, and law enforcement side is important, and they have done increased funding for state police and things, and was very well deserved, and we're thrilled to see that. But it doesn't do any good to have a fully staffed police force investigating serious crimes like murders and rapes when you don't have a lab that can actually process the evidence in a timely manner. It's so important, and I cannot understand. We've just been baffled for so many years why the legislature just doesn't care about this.
Reporting from Mountaintop News' Digging Deep series, I'm Sheldon Compton.